The Jem'Hadar are not born. Like the Vorta, they are grown. At birth, their appearance more resembles a human than a Jem'Hadar, with only a small scaly patch on the center of their foreheads. Their metabolism is extremely quick, supporting their rapid growth and aging process. Their cognitive skills and language abilities develop without any external stimuli. They demonstrate a polite eagerness to learn more about their surroundings. At this stage of their development, they still do need to eat to provide fuel and raw materials for their maturation process. As a Jem'Hadar matures, their addiction to Ketracel White will begin to manifest itself in their juvenile stage. Their violent tendencies will begin to surface. They'll suffer convulsions, loss of concentrations. Eventually, they'll stop following the orders of their Vorta supervisors and will kill everybody present. Then, the unit will turn in on itself, where they will fight until the last man. Ketracel White dosages are administered in a quasi-religious ceremony. The Vorta control the drug, rewarding their loyalty to the Founders by bestowing the gift of communion of Ketracel White to keep them strong. The Vorta often viewed the Jem'Hadar as tools and were often sarcastic with their role in the ceremony, relishing their power over the Jem'Hadar. Feared on the battlefield, domestically, and by the damned, the Jem'Hadar are used by the Founders to punish all that refuse to submit, although very few members of their species have ever seen one of their gods. Just as the Vorta have been programmed, the Jem'Hadar are far more fanatical, even resorting to suicide attacks to send a strong message to invaders or in a last-ditch defense. Even the juvenile Jem'Hadar on Deep Space Nine revered changelings upon sight, although most of them actually doubted their existence due to the distance the Founders kept from potential threats. Weyoun once informed Captain Sisko that the Founders' hold over the Jem'Hadar was a bit overstated. It was speculated by Dominion experts that a complete takeover of the Dominion by rogue Jem'Hadar units using an Iconian gateway was a distinct possibility. It was estimated that it would take them less than 1 year to achieve total control. The entirety of the Jem'Hadar's culture was centered around service to the Founders and their own strict honor code. If they fail to prevent the death of a Founder, they will commit suicide. Neither will they surrender in combat. Even in sport, they are expected to fight captives to the death, and each other to own their combat skills. After failing to defeat Worf, Ikatika found that his Vorta's orders to kill him were no longer of his interest, resulting in his execution, seeming to prefer this fate rather than to do something dishonorable. Jem'Hadar units follow a strict command structure. The Vorta would command the unit, possibly several others, allowing the Jem'Hadar first to implement their orders. In descending order, second, third, and so on, designates their seniority and ability to command others. They also are given first names, although it is unknown if there was a clan or surname. Promotion within the command structure was granted by the Vorta. All Jem'Hadar are male. Their bodies are extremely resilient to injury. Starfleet weapons set to stun had no effect upon them. Only the kill settings were effective. Their skin is gray and reptilian-like. Tough patches of armor develop on their faces and hands, affording them superior performance on the battlefield. The Founders imbued them with vision and strength many times that of most humanoids. They could also cloak themselves using an ability known as shrouding. If the individual is suffering from withdrawal from Ketracel White, they are not going to be able to concentrate, and this ability takes a lot of mental discipline to achieve and cannot be used while attacking. Most Jem'Hadar perish young in combat. It is rare for an individual to reach 15. If they made it to 20, they were considered an honored elder. No Jem'Hadar had ever lived to 30 years of age. Upon the destruction of the Dominion invasion fleet in the Bajoran wormhole, a second species of Jem'Hadar was created, referred to as Alphas and Gammas based upon their respective quadrants of origin. Alphas were bred with traits to better adapt them to combat against Alpha Quadrant races.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of OnSubspace. My name is Zach, and next up we're going to be doing another episode of the Borg Compendium. This time it's going to be focusing on Borg costume design, and when we revisit the Dominion Compendium next, we're going to be taking a look at the production origins of the Founders. And we've also started a Patreon page, link is in the description below.